usually the case. Either way, we're gonna play some Control tonight, and I will be doing my best to field as many notifications that come in. Like I said, we've got those new redeems, thanks to the power of affiliate, and we've got subscriptions enabled now. Subscriptions, for those curious, essentially allow you to oh yeah, shoutouts to Alchemmutation. Alchemmutation was one of the most recent followers. I believe it was Ragged World who came in with the final raid to push us over the top on affiliate, and I want to cordially thank Ragged World for that. But we'll talk more affiliate things later this week when I actually have more of my affiliate things prepared. This snuck up on me very thoroughly. Let's play some Control, shall we? Oh good, it is sensing my controller. Let's continue. So last time, we did a little bit of the opening story, became the director of the Bureau of Control. How much charge does my phone have? I don't know if I can set it here instead. So, there's someone who got corrupted, and we need to go handle them. Was there something we needed to do in Central Executive? I feel like I came back to Central Executive for a reason. Oh, was there something? Maybe it was in the mail room? Let's go... Yeah, let's go closest to the mail room. Yeah, I felt like I came back to Central Executive for a reason, but I don't remember why, because it was last week. Magnus, please be careful of the cables on the floor. Thank you. Yeah, we were in the middle of this boss fight last time. Since, for those of you who didn't tune in last week, this is a surrealist third-person shooter, is the best way I could describe it. Quick question, how close are we to 10 people subscribed? Want to see if I could still possibly get the channel founder badge, though honestly I still feel kind of new here. So the only subscriber so far is Razzy, so those channel founder badges are up for grabs. I don't remember off the top.
Great.
Oh, cool. None of those shots hit. Okay. Ooh, I didn't mean to shoot that. I meant to. There we go. That is. So that does a lot of health, which is, not good. I don't know if this is just a type boss, or if it's a time throw mechanic, or what. Either way, I need some health. Health, please. I got it right there. We are very low on health. There we go. There's the guys. Little guys. Mess up our health. Hopefully we don't get squashed. We got squashed. Lurk, so I can finish my homework quick. Entirely fair and valid. Do finish your homework. School is important. You can learn things on your own time, don't get me wrong, but school, the structure of school sometimes allows an ease of learning. Homework important. Don't let me distract you. Enjoy your lurk raider. Okay, so yeah, the concept, in a nutshell, what we know of the story so far is that there are these anomalous items called objects of power. They're anomalous, and they have certain effects on the world around them, and for some reason the director of the Bureau of Control, which is currently us, can absorb these objects. Okay, so we need to find that. Find cover for where we can. Where's the guy? Where's the level? Give me some help. I'm gonna do that. get a little... Oh, dead. Okay, so I think... we're losing what I presume to be experience points every time we die. So I think what I need to do is, as it's about to throw, when it gives me the little tell, where it gives me the little, you know, sparklies around the piece of debris, that is when we throw to deal damage, I think. And if I'm wrong, I would happily have someone correct me. Don't tell me what the thing I need to do is yet, but do tell me if I am wrong about my assumption here, because I do, in fact, want to. So let's see that. See how it lit up there? Okay, we still missed there, so that stopped the attack. Oh no, it did do some damage. So does the size of things we pick up affect me? It does. Maybe we distract it with throwing an object and then shoot. I'm not quite sure. This game has very, very good sound. So it tends to spot dodge, right? It tends to do this little geez, that killed me. I missed twice. There's these other agents from the Bureau of Control. Oh, don't get me, don't get me! Ooh. Okay, yeah, get me. Oh no, it got me. Oh. Is that the thing? We have to use the physics... I'm dead. We have to use the physics interaction from the fire extinguisher to blind it? Does it need line of sight to throw at me? Huh. Maybe. Or maybe I'm missing something. I mean, I feel like this is Zelda Dungeon rules, right? We just got the ability to do this. And so it feels like it is what we need. Oh! I didn't know this had access to the controller haptics. My controller is vibrating slightly while I'm holding this. Also, I'm so glad I set this to toggle. I could not hold this for as long as I needed to.
Great.
Okay, that did damage initially, so... was that just because I was distracted? It must have been. Oh, that was close. I got way closer on that than I needed to. So obviously we need to do that. Where's the guy? There's the guy! Oh, did it get me? Oh, no. No, it's right above my head. That's very easy to get me. Yeah, got it. Oh, wow, that's a good shot. Oh, I was against the wall. I couldn't dodge. Hi, baby. Yeah. Hi. Everybody welcome frequent co-host Library Cat. He's a sweet little man. Okay. So it seems like opening with something to throw at it while it is distracted. Tomasi, I think is its name. Something to throw at Tomasi during the opening cutscene seems to take a chunk out of its health. But
They can fly now.
know that I've quite... Oh, I missed. Well, that's I missed. So does it always start upward, or does it occasionally dodge to the left? Oh! Wait. Did you just see what I saw? Look at this. Wait a minute. So we do that. Get that out of the way. I have an idea. So, it's debris. What if we shoot its debris, right? So hear me out. We shoot the debris because the debris... Hey, congrats on affiliate. I'm out shopping and can't say that this is hype. Also, really need to get back to playing this. I am loving every second of this. I really appreciate you dropping by. Say a sec. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ow. Feel me, please. Ow. I'm really beating over here. Where is the... There's a guy. Hi. Eat pneumatic tube. Yeet. I cast catapult. Which really does feel almost easy. Okay, I'm dead. So, affiliate hype is correct. I'm really genuinely like, this snuck up on me. I thought it was like, oh man, getting from 1 to 2 average viewers was such a grind, and we flipped up and down. And so I was like, I had no idea if we were gonna make it as fast or less fast. So like, when I got the email Saturday morning, I was like, no, really? And I like double checked that it was actually from Twitch and not just somebody putting
They
me
can
on.
fly now. Great.
Okay. So what if we hit up here first, and instead... Oh, I hit it! So I hit the debris. Do I just need to hit it while it's cooling down? Question mark? Oh, okay. So is this just kind of a dodge out of the way thing while it is picking up the... Okay, it's vulnerable while it is picking up the debris. So while it picks up the debris right now, I can take a shot. And then I just have to get out of the way. We'll need healing. I squish it fast enough though. Oh, there we go. So did I get him, or is that phase 1? He ran
I
off.
have a feeling he'll be back.
Yeah, I have a feeling he'll be back
Let's stay
too.
focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Okay. Find the hotline object of power. So the hotline is a red phone that lets us speak directly to the board, and the board, who is presumably the commanding body of the Bureau of Control, is a large, ominous-looking triangular pyramid, who we will meet very quickly. Okay. Well, I'm glad we figured that out after a billion tries. Also, something about this game, there is a bunch of environmental storytelling stuff, like that little file we just picked up. Oh shoot, we forgot to read our little environmental storytelling objects at the
Alberto
end of last
Tomasi,
stream.
head of comms.
Oh. Okay, so that
The
was the
Hiss
guy
got
we were
him.
just fighting. The Hiss did get him. So we forgot to read our lore last time at the end of stream. So let's read our lore really quick. Research and records. Hiss agent. The Hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating throughout the Bureau. The Hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. These Hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the Hiss corruption like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they cocoons preparing to enter their next stage of evolution? When attacked, Hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into a purely resonant form. Research is ongoing. Refer to file E for full report. Hiss barrier, I believe we read the one about Hiss barrier before. Hiss demolitions expert. Field research on his entity, his corrupted demolition expert, confidential, obviously. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile weapons and material. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives as in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important aspects for engineering work as well as combat situations. His demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield the specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track presumably sentient entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of the weapon to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Refer to another connected file for full report. Hiss elevated agents. Hiss elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau para-utilitarians. While some prefer to charge their targets, others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss elevated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss elevated have been seen levitated while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. How are they able to use these paranatural abilities? It's possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption. It's also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in the individuals it corrupts. Refer to another file for report. Hiss Ranger. The Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilized these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond being protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree? Or is the Hiss able to tap into the combat training itself and utilize it? Further observation is required. So for context, for those of you who missed last week, the Hiss is quite literally a hissing sound that has a psychologically damaging memetic effect, and it is, as the reports are stating, corrupting people into essentially, eldritch zombies. Not good. A report on the Bureau expenditures. Major expenditures on staffing, surveillance, redacted. Data center initiative, construction, redacted and redacted. Minor expenses on office equipment, janitorial costs, redacted. Mold removal, and headquarters livability costs. There is a breakdown spreadsheet and comparison chart on other pages we don't have. Photograph of Director Trench, the previous director of the previous director of the Bureau of Control. Portrait of Director Zachariah Trench. We have Tomasi's ID, Tomasi Alberto. Issue date 2016 of October the 21st, and expires just a few years ago in 2019 on the same day. Examination of paranatural topics. Control points. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. The oldest house being the building in which the Department of Control is hosted. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the redacted arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by redacted detection of an unobstructed ping using the redacted within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or redacted, or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain part of the buildings refuse to be redacted. Refer to another file for full report. Note that that file number is not redacted, unlike the other previous ones, which makes me wonder if we will get more information to that effect. Technological restrictions. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but is by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any redacted signals. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of the collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural, presumably zeitgeist, for the oldest house to redact them. I would assume subsume or, digest them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the redacted to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Redacted agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets when entering the oldest house. Refer to another file for a full report. Again, that file number is unredacted, making me wonder if we'll receive more information. Some case files. We read the one on the floppy disk last time, I think, the object of power. It's essentially crystallized concern over the Cold War. We've got some stuff on altered world events. The butt summary. Altered world event 17. Butte? Is that Butte? Oh, it's in Montana, so yeah, Butte, Montana. Event summary. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Well, that's quite an item. Handy thing that would be if you could get it to tune where you were going. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at Redacted, which had been connected to a total of redacted disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house, redacted days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte home's closet disappeared during the incident. This incident taking place on 9/23/1992, for those curious. Altered World Event 48 in Havana. An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Redacted deaths were reported, and the outgoing information has been managed. I didn't know this game was... What did I just hear? Crystallized worry about World War II? What, you crush up to use this nose? No, let me go back to that and explain it, but... I'm trying not to laugh at this one. I didn't know this game was new enough to lampshade the Havana effect. There was a conspiracy theory floating around that something was occurring in Havana, giving certain agents there hangover-like symptoms via microwave radiation. I didn't know this was going to be able to lampshade that. That's really funny. This event date was noted as 9/23/2017. Note, both of these take place on the same date, just different years. Anyway, event response. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the Altered World event, which is reported to have been redacted. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise, accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for redacted minutes. No visual phenomena were witnessed. The scene was cordoned off, and the embassy staff were transported to the continental U.S. After Formula I-9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. See case file A185 for detail. So, let me go back to the, where was that? Did we not just see that? Where was it? Collectibles. Research reports. Oh, no, we were on the case files. The floppy disk is essentially, Yeah, essentially stolen from Soviet military base located and redacted by agents, redacted with CIA. The disk contains launch codes to redacted missiles believed to be reserved for use against redacted. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at the members of the decoding team, and informed of the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. So the concept of these objects of power. Oh, heck. Hydrate. Thank you, Raider. I heartily recommend everyone else drinking with me. But the concept of these objects of power are they are essentially items that have been afflicted with a peculiar energy thanks to energy of this collective subconscious. So a lot of people worrying about the Cold War made this diskette that presumably had nuclear launch codes on it capable of telekinetically throwing things. Anyway, correspondences. We've read a few of these already. Tomasi, Willow Awe outcome. Summary of Willow Awe reinformation campaign. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns make the public much likely to redact it. So, another awe behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring redacted and redacted for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Tomasi out. So for context, Tomasi is essentially the propagandist for the Department of Control, making sure that these, paranatural and supernatural events occurring are not leaking to the public, leaking more accurate, leaking more reasonable for a baseline reality stories is essentially Tomasi's job. As far as I can tell. I'm happy to be wrong. Travel costs. Week 83. Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. Expenditures: accommodation $893.29. How long were you there? Meals $714.84. Gasoline $295.12. Minibar $313.61. There's a little asterisk there. The Boys in Research says performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. Says Asian Hines. That's funny. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state, but I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Raleigh and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. Because this was set contemporaneously at the time, so 2019-ish. $831 for hotel accommodation, depending on how long you had to stay there, is pretty low. I'm gonna be real. Speaking from experience. Because this is travel costs for... Yeah, if this is travel costs for where I think it is. Yeah, that's actually pretty low. A letter of approval from former Director Trench. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters, so letters that don't reach their intended endpoint. Dead letters, for context. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people, which, according to what we know, could make sense. These paranatural events being driven by the collective subconscious energy. Pays to know what people are thinking. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to Oz or other altered materials. Thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Bartwell. Yeah, this game is very much playing into the same sort of line that makes me very fascinated with SCP. It's a big, sprawling, in theory, governmental entity handling supernatural events in its very bureaucratic fashion. And the fact that these events are driven by the power of the collective subconscious is additionally very fascinating to me. I think this game's going to play with a lot of things that I'm going to find very interesting. An unstable area notice. Please be aware, due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Reference chart: green being stable, yellow being low possibility of unanticipated building shifts, orange being high likelihood of an unanticipated building shift, or red frequent unanticipated building shifts. A shifted bathroom complaint. D. Rodriguez complains, listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my butt off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I earned the right to a nice workplace bathroom. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. This is some people using Control Bureau stationery to get information from one place to another that's not on topic for the company. Hey Malcolm, yeah, tea time's at 7. I'll see you at the course on Sunday morning. By the way, you heard about this Tennyson report? Apparently there's a bunch of there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Trench is looking to get his hands on any information about who wrote it. You wouldn't happen to have heard anything about that, would you? See you Sunday. From J. Bozer to M. Millows. Dead letter. The machine god. I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know, or the ones anyone knows. No, a new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator, and the coils from my toasters, and the fan, plus the timing belt for my car's engine, and the wheels for my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he'd learn how to move on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. Unsettling. This stream was my first stream as an affiliate, so I got your first as in the first reward. It's true, the first. You're right, Raider. You did get the first. Singing fish, Mr. Governor. I called the police, but they never come to my house. I got a problem, and you gotta send folk to fix it. I got my wife, one of them singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish, sings when you hit a button, but it's got the devil in it. Flies around at night, sings devil songs, says a lot of cuss words. Devil got in my house because of the fish, and you gotta come handle it. My wife's real upset. When can you come? From Dwayne Barr. This is fascinating. Also, there was a multimedia that we missed. Oh no, there's a multimedia in front of us we haven't interacted with. So let's listen to this multimedia and then... Oh no, those are for the vacuum tubes. Okay, let's listen to the multimedia.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item will show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to...
Yeah, that...
Hey, are you still recording this?
The end of that was really funny. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That was a news item around 2019. I didn't know this game could do that. It was going to do that. Anyway, Tomasi, the propagandist, ran off up that way. So now we need to find the hotline.
The hotline can't be far now.
Yeah, since the hotline chamber is right there. I love the dynamic camera. like the way the camera dynamically shifts lighting, like it feels like an eye adjusting to a bright room in the best way. Anyway, we'll read all of the little things that all of the little pieces of information we pick up at the end of the stream this time, so we don't start off next one with a bunch of stuff to do. Oh, hotline chamber. Super hot. Super hot. Sorry, that did make me think of Super Hot. Good game, Super Hot. Y'all ever played Super Hot? Great time. Might pick that up, actually. I don't want to go through the... Oh, that synth pulse has been the hotline ringing this whole time. Oh.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord.
What? Oh, yeah.
Door marked with a black pyramid.
Yeah. I love that he didn't have subtitles for the first half of that sentence. Definitely was very helpful. So I can't go down there, but the light switch cord that was mentioned in that thing... Oh! Ocean View Motel and Casino entry point. The light switch. The law of three applies. Ritual attunement required. Agent must orient and anchor motel to their personal frequencies. Well, I wish we knew how to do that. Stand here. Can I go down there? I don't think I can go down there. Rule of three makes me feel like I'm 3 times.
Whoa. Have we been here before?
Whoa!
No.
Oh, we are in
I've stayed at
this
a lot of
motel
roadside
now.
motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This
Yeah,
feels
there's
like
a lot to say about...
all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
There's a lot to say about, like, the liminality of a motel and how that, has baked itself into the, collective subconscious. Also, keep going with your homework, Raider. You can do it. Oh, door's locked. Okay. Well, there's a motel
Hello?
key, though. Oh, ding.
Anyone here?
I agree. Hello. Doesn't seem like that's the snack vending machine from the Bureau. See America. So because we read that letter, we know we're in Montana. Ding. Resisting the urge to just ding that a bunch. What's this? Smoky Western blend. Huh. And like this old... Whoa, what's that say? Sorry, Can I zoom in? There we go. Self-service vending machine for all your needs. The vending machine company. Very specific, thank you. These blue lights feel significant. 222, 223. Zoot. Really big on math. That's fair. Math is a very useful skill to have. The ability to apply patterns you recognize in information is very broadly useful, and I wish that math was taught with that in mind more aggressively. Oh, can I turn on this radio? I can't turn on this radio. I've been turning on the radios that I see, but not this time, I guess. I don't think I can open any of these, and because we're in the, like, liminality plane, or wait, I rung the bell twice, so what happens if I ring the bell a third time? Something. There was a little... So now, should I go try the locked door again? Wait, no, that's the same lighting as before, Nestor. Wait, but there's something on the desk now.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
And so now can we go unlock the door? Maybe. Let's go find out. Yes, apparently. And then we see us walking toward the chamber in the painting, pull the light switch cord for the third time. Oh, I thought it was going to immediately work because it was the third pull. Okay, let's pull this one 3 times. 2, 3. There we go. Now we have attuned the hotline. There is television static. Water against the lighting. Unclear. A labyrinthine maze that definitely feels more than just metaphor. Pick up the hotline. Hotline Seashell is a transmitter bridge, says the board. Directors can call the board at long distance. Oh, so we're at another astral plane. Okay, so this is called the astral plane. I love the bank marble in the astral plane. It's such a lovely texture. So I see something wiggling over there. Oh, I see 2 somethings wiggling. The hotline will allow you to contact extra-dimensional entities. Okay. That doesn't look good. That looks bad, actually. Oh, it's coming. Stop that. You look menacing. No? Okay. Maybe I shouldn't shot that. I'm dead. Okay. So this is... I'm about to go to the astral plane. I know when that hotline bling. I'm about to go to the astral plane. Nice. The difference is 1 out of 6. How odd close 1/2 is to 2/3. It's not too close, but not too far. Anyway, let's see if we can figure out how to actually... Okay, what I think I need to do, because, like, I did the, like telekinetic grab, I think I need to expose its core and then shoot. Let's try that. Hi. No eggs. I wish I could target them. Oh! Yeah, sure, walk off the edge. That'll work. Is there a limited amount of sprint? Also, another thing, unrelated, I feel like these walls become important rapidly. Pay attention to the shape of my headphone cables for 5 seconds and I walk off the edge. So it seems like maybe we just distract it into hassling these walls. But yeah, I'm over here. Come bother me. Over here. Come bother me. Come bother me, you big angry extra-dimensional blob. just distract it and run? Maybe? Oh no, now that one ate all the walls. So we're gonna have to run from it. Because we got too close earlier and it, like, dumped on us. I assume they can't follow us over the blank spaces, or we would have gotten whammy a long time ago. I'm just making sure there's not anything hiding in the astral plane, because it seems like the type of place where there'd be something hiding over an edge. You know what I mean? Well done and dialed directly. Contact us, past selves, in the hotline collective. We expect compulsive weekly calls. The board is the board of previous directors? No way.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better.
Sure.
Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall
So those are your
especially,
beer bosses.
my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I'm sure they do. Oh, she's bleeding.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to
Got
Emily.
a bunch of hotline readings to read.
People react
You think-
strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Whatever that little pulse was and whatever we were seeing on the main menu is something that's clearly in some kind of connection with, was that me running into the desk, or is there something in those books? With our protagonist here. Can I use fast travel real quick? Maybe not. Oh no, I can only fast travel from a control point, so... We already looked at that, so we gotta go this way. Wait a minute, this is the director's office. This door wasn't open before. Huh. Oh, well, the remnants of the previous director are still here. Unfortunate. Oh, Trent has correspondence on the Bureau's funding. I'm sure the Bureau is very well funded, to be fair. Again, we'll be reading all of these like little correspondences and, you know, this and that at the end of the stream. Just making sure everyone knows. Central Executive. So this is a level 4 door. We do not have that clearance yet. Eventually we'll get there. Gonna have to do some Metroid style backtracking to get there, I think. We've already been here. Haven't we? No, yeah, we have, because I was like, wait a minute, there's a thing to get back to. But there isn't. Oh, hey. Yeah, you're one of the stabilized guys who lived through the piss because of the door. Or because of the shelter. Homework defeated. Well, good luck, Raider. I hope your homework was not too bad. Let's go talk to Emily. Wherever she is. She was around here somewhere. I think up one of these sets of stairs. The Federal Bureau of Control. That's what FBC stands for, by the way. Where is Emily? This door is now open to us because we have clearance. We have 1 level clearance. There's some signs. I assume friction coefficients there. Interesting things on the whiteboard there. But where is... Oh, hey! I feel like these materials are going to be turned into a crafting system later, so I'm like instinctively getting them as I see them. Where did Emily go? She was down by the secure... like the little shelter for hiss events, wasn't she? Or was she in the boardroom?
Jesse, did you get the hotline?
Oh.
I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily,
I did.
let's talk.
Of course.
Before we talk, though, there's a file folder on the table next to you that I direly need to read. Okay. Now try.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying
Let's
now.
see.
Incredible.
Listening
What did he say?
entirely fair.
He talked
It was
about
like
his
a
management
podcast
team.
lab.
People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall
I
is
assume
head of
the red
operations.
ink blot
She's
looking thing
tough,
is the hiss.
ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got
Understandable.
past
You don't want
one
the director
lockdown.
getting
Maybe I
whammy.
can find a way.
Jesse,
And
look,
then,
with
you know,
no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you.
Whatever that
if you agree,
fractalary circle
that is.
triangle thing
We could
is,
find out something that would
seems
help
to be
us.
protecting us from the hiss.
Tests?
But we'll see.
I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this
I
override.
suggested to you that would be very unreasonable to make a poem about stuff that would be just unreasonable to get in general. I will post a tea list in Discord, like compiling all the teas I have. Suggested tea is basically based on the teas that I have. So we're making hotline calls to try and understand more about the Bureau. The janitor is being ominous as usual. Emily is working on finding bypasses so we can get to the Department of Maintenance, which seems to have something occurring, judging by the green color. A suggested tea for context will be based on my existing tea list. Usually, if you don't catch it right at the beginning of the stream, I'll be brewing it at the BRB. Some great examples are ones that I've drank in previous streams. Oh, that reactor looks like it's interacting with the hiss port, whatever it is. Oh, we've received some ability points. Hey, Emily, why are you red? Give me the lore.
Hi, Jesse.
Yeah, what's up, Bo? Tell us about the origin of the hiss.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that,
No,
Emily.
absolutely not. Outside world's pretty important. Tell us about the oldest house. You kind of mentioned it's connected to several extra-dimensional planes.
You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've
Yeah,
been to New York a few
it's little
times.
non-Euclidean.
How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute
Well,
of
that's
the
on
building.
purpose.
This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it,
No, I'm
you
sure it
don't.
doesn't.
Which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I
That's
never would have
brutal.
found the front door. Okay.
Tell us about
This
Director
Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe.
Perhaps an echo.
See, if he was killed by the service weapon,
got
your
me.
gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will.
See, I wasn't expecting
Yeah.
deep space probe bullet. I was expecting, you know, psychokinetic resonance throughout the higher dimensionality planes accessible here in the oldest house. You know, when he gave up, you know, using the service weapon, I had presumed that the patterns stored in his brain very rapidly found new places to occupy.
Can you tell me
So,
what an object of power
fascinating.
is exactly?
Yeah, what is an object of power?
This
We've
is
gotten
all-
hints. Tell us more.
Well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So, objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
So
Did she memorize this? Got it. Thanks.
So, altered items have been bestowed a paranatural energy. This is an analogy. It's been bestowed at a paranatural energy at a different frequency that is not resonant with the ones produced by capable para-utilitarians, let's say. Fascinating. In comparison to objects of power, which have a more resonant and therefore tunable frequency, and so they can be bound. What a hedron resonance amplifier? We heard very faint mention of that in a document. Tell
So
us more.
HRA stop you from becoming hiss.
Wait,
Yeah,
it
HRAs
seems
are
that way.
things they're wearing.
I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything
so
I've ever
essentially,
seen.
it induces
Doesn't the
resonance
timing
in the
seem
hiss, so it's
suspicious?
not-
I
so the
thought
hiss
that
does
too.
not resonate you.
Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Well, let's hope he made himself one.
Thanks,
All right,
Emily.
thank you for the lore.
I'm sure I'll have
Appreciate
more
it.
questions soon.
Just let me know.
Absolutely. That was genuinely fascinating. We've learned so much more about the world in that little bit of time. There's a schematic on the whiteboard here, probably for the resonance amplifier. Presumably, anyway. I can't zoom. Well, can I zoom in? I mean, it kind of... Oh no, it is for the head-run resonance amplifier. So it's kind of, it's essentially a speaker cone that emits.
Do you hear that?
Specified
Someone's singing.
resonance frequency.
Where's it coming from?
Oh, something singing. Gariki, thank you for the subscription. Bam, founder badge. Welcome to the igloo. Welcome to the, thank you for the subscription. What's a good word for subscribers? I don't know. Also, Raider, I did notice your hydrate. Hydration confirmed. Everyone else drink with me. I'd appreciate it. I'll have to think about what subscribers look like, because followers have entered the igloo. Perhaps the inner circle, if I want to be ominous. Welcome to the inner circle.
Sounds like it's coming from the
Oh,
elevator.
now we hear the singing. I'll take your word for it. I'm hearing it mono right now.
They're saying Trench was shot dead. The situation's getting worse.
I saw Trench and Darling arguing a couple weeks ago. Trench was furious. You don't think Darling...
Don't be stupid. What would the Bureau's
No.
golden child have to gain from killing the boss?
I worry that that's the janitor singing, and we're about to experience plot in a very aggressive fashion the second we get into an elevator. But where is the elevator? Am I wondering? Anyway, that big pyramid is presumably meant to be, evocative of the board of directors. Is this the one that damaged us? No, this is the one that folks were in the resonance amplifiers at the beginning of the game. These whispering folks are presumably propagating the hiss, which is not the best thing in the world, to be honest with you. Where do we need to go? Oh, hitting down switches the side where... Do we need to go to Central Executive? Is that where the plot is? Oh, that circle is the hotline chamber. Whatever. So do we need to go to Central Executive? Where? I'm going the wrong way regardless. This is the wrong hallway. We need to go. So the hiss is presumably mimetic in nature. It thrives by shifting from one place to another, or by propagating itself from one line to another. Okay. So is this what we need? Oh, I have new abilities and astral constructs. Oh, skill tree. Okay, launch +1, play 25% to launch damage. Launch damage is catapult yeet that we've been casting. It says log out of Amazon Prime, but I haven't logged into Amazon Prime, so now I'm confused. Yeah, there's a whole process to connect your Amazon Prime to your Twitch account. It's a bit involved, but you only have to do it once. +10 to melee damage. I have not been using melee damage counter to my usual way of approaching things. +10 to energy or +10 to health? We were dying a lot in that fight. We immediately need health. Very tempted to just dump all 3 of them into health. Well, we still have 3. Yeah, I'll dump all of my points into health. Oh, additional weapon form slot. Oh, so as you use these milestone ability points, you get additional upgrades for certain other things in the game. Astral constructs, weapon forms, construct shatter. Oh, that's what it's for. You use these materials along with source, which is what those 3 triangles are, to modify your things. So you can apply a shotgun effect to the weapon if we have enough source, which we would have had enough source if I didn't die a bunch a bunch of time in a row. Fascinating. And then we have personnel mods, I assume? Obscured weapon mod. Construct a random... Oh, so these are like... You pull a random weapon mod, unclear. You pull a random personal mod, unclear. And then we can upgrade the tier at which we are acquiring these mods for our weapon and our person. Fascinating. Waterboard countermeasures. Oh, these are like achievements. These are, you know, flexes that you pull to acquire rewards. We don't have Pierce mode, so that's not applicable. Kill Hiss guards in the executive sector using spin. We do not have spin yet, so don't accept that one yet. Kill enemies in the executive sector. Executive pyramid base must be protected. Correct. Okay. So we don't have spin, obviously. And we don't have shatter, so we'll wait on countermeasures because none of them seem to apply to what we need here. So let's
Hope has asked us to
menu.
document the hissing incantation, she calls it.
You mean like in person?
In person, with a pencil and paper. I think she's trying to get us killed.
I mean, I wouldn't. It's clearly mimetic. How are you... Are you that confident in your counter-mimetic measures in these Hadron resonance machines to stand there and document the hiss? Like, yeah, it'd be nice to divine whether there's a pattern in the hiss, but like, are you going to risk your limited personnel to do so? Are you sure? I mean, they work, but are you sure they work? Feels a little unsafe to me, you know? Just speaking as director here. Oh, more lore. Radio go burr. I don't know if the radio does anything, but I like to turn them on when I see them. So we need to find our way into the maintenance sector. And obviously that's not the way to go. Let's see if we can find a way into the maintenance sector.
They say the new director can launch
this.
objects up to 20 feet.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it's true.
We never recorded any
attuned
distance
the
over
little
5.
Obviously, you never read the P6
floppy
data.
disks. I would love to sit here and listen to the researchers gab, but let's go to the outside the mail room. No, the elevator's right there on the map. So what if I just go this way? Where's the elevator? Have I been walking past the elevator? Have I been walking past the elevator the whole time? No, it's one level upward. We've already been in here because this was the first shelter we discovered, right? Yes. So we need to go up the stairs and then forward. Right? So where's the elevator? I have gone the wrong way. So it's this way is the elevator. I know how video game works. Is the elevator in the director's office? Or is it right here? I mean, this is an interesting side room regardless. Is there any little informatic goodies? No? Okay. Oh, wait. Elevator question mark? That's the director's office. So we walked past the elevator, didn't we? Yeah, the elevator we interacted with in the first street in Executive Affairs. We were chanting, which I don't care for. Can I go in here? Have I opened that? I have opened that. Yeah, we interacted with the elevator in the opening act, so we need to go this way? Question mark? Well, I seem to be walking past the elevator a bunch. No. Okay. So we need to let's stop here. So we're looking right at that door with the up and down arrows. So where then? Am I just misreading the map? It's entirely feasible. Local man gets lost live on stream. I like how I'm like, yes, postulating about the deep lore of this game, can't find an elevator. Is my brain smooth? Did I walk past the elevator? Cause like, the elevator seems like the obvious way to get there. I mean, it was like,
Why did they start acting?
so we're looking at, so when we enter here, we've walked past it, so maybe it's underneath of us? Like so?
Dein Word,
Yes, it was the
me
whole time.
in
Oh.
domain de nanos.
Okay, Ati. Ati, for context, is the creepy janitor. Oh! Elevator.
Like I said
Down to
before,
the maintenance sector access.
the janitor is a friendly face.
I guess the janitor's a friendly face. Okay, the twitchprime.com website has separated that so it would not send as a link. It says my Twitch account is linked, but nothing seems to have changed in the Twitch app. Does anyone know what your next step would be? You will have to click on the subscribe button to see if you have a Twitch Prime sub available. I'm not gonna lie to you, I set this up a long time ago on my account.
The
so I
maintenance
don't have
sector
any
is the
pointers.
janitor's domain. If I can find Ati here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it
I
was
like
you
that
who
you're
got
very
me into
sure
the
about
oldest
that,
house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ati. It felt like he made the elevator
says it
appear
can't
that
be
took me to Trench's office.
I mean, it
Is
did feel
Ati
like
guiding
that,
me
you're
too?
not wrong. Could be. I really wish I could set this game's sound to mono so I could actually hear 100% of what's happening. But, you know, we take those. So we don't have access level 2. There's nothing up there. I'm always just keeping an eye out for little papers. Give me the little lore chunks.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
Ooh, there is an angry hiss-filled object there. So, you know, maybe we don't approach until we're ready. It seems to have not noticed us because of the glass/mesh there. Are those hiss agents, or are... You nice? Bang, 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 bang. Oh, I got some more material. Oh, okay, that's the thing that... Oh, it's a control point. Okay, we're fine. Hey, yo, I'm here for some control. Glad to have you here. Control is... I am enjoying Control very much so far. This game is wild. So we've got another fast travel point. Got a bunch of health all over the floor that it turns out I didn't super need. Oh, that's fascinating. There are certain areas that don't have the green tinge. Huh. Well, I'm sure that'll get explained, or I will never learn why. One of the two. Let's go. Okay. Oh. Well, the hiss does not want me going this direction. Clearly. Cards is dropping the distance right here. This is kind of what I was picturing. There was a character I played in I'm sorry, a undefined dragon-based role-playing game, one shot that was kind of. Oh no, the controller. No. Okay, good. It plugged itself back in. Oh. There you go. Get dunked on. Kaboom. Is there any more? Is there any more? Did they get dunked? Get dunked on. You stop that. Mean little guys. The infinite wisdom of random people online can post nearly anything you can imagine, regardless of how true it is. It is spoken. Restart your device as there may be a network issue. Good luck! Yeah, Raider, for context, is, for those of you who aren't here, is fussing with Twitch Prime, because, friendly reminder, Twitch
What's down
Prime
that way?
Unlocks the ability for you to send me, Papa Bezos' money. Because it's free for you, and therefore, I get the free money. Oh. That's a depiction of Ati. Does that count? Hey, Ati? You in here, buddy? Oh. Hi. What's up, buddy?
Well done. You got the job.
Yeah, I try.
This place for congratulations.
Thank you. I'm double congratulated tonight.
It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is,
Oh,
I've
happy
been
to
a
assist.
janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director.
Oh, is
Only
that so?
Ati here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ati. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, easy peasy. It's just around the
as long as it's
corner.
not,
But
it's
first,
not difficult.
we need to get you
Look
working.
difficult.
Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna
you
be
never
more
know.
than that.
I agree.
You think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not
Well,
the
that's
yesterday's
true.
Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well.
I need to get these headphones fixed.
I'll hit the facts on the
Just
table.
headphones, and I hate not being
Mä
able to hear
kyllä
them
sanon
here.
perkele suoraan, että this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed
Yeah,
up the
I've
cooling
detected
pumps.
that.
And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside
That's where you're from.
is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and
As
the
a
power
note.
generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
Yeah, I got that
Don't
impression
you
too.
worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch
I
the end
appreciate
of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation?
Sure.
Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it, and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You
be
better
last
go
winter's
now,
snow. I've
so
never
you
heard
don't
that
have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great.
Oh,
Thank
cool.
you, Ati.
New clearance level. Thank you. Yeah, you're a real pal, Ati. Yeah, we're gonna look at that.
Yep,
Just gonna borrow those.
burn the trash.
Okay, well,
Throw it in the fire.
yeah, we'll do that.
Burn it all. Burn it into a reindeer. not into a
Not a
mood.
moosh. These are very strange turns of phrase. Still nothing. No, let me do an account. Oh no. Good luck, Raider. You're having a time over there. I'm just making sure there's not anything else hiding in any of these other rooms before we keep going. And that's why with secret materials. I can't recall the exact word he said, but there was a specific word he said. I'm like, oh, that's where he's from. He's kind of from, and now I can't place where specifically because my brain is large. Ooh, TV. Okay. Why is there a children's show about what the Federal Bureau of Control does? Okay.
Hey, Mac!
Is this...
What are you drawing? I'm drawing a dog!
What?
I'm drawing the
What?
pyramid.
The what?
Oh, I'm sure you are,
The
Meg.
pyramid.
Oh, dial-up noises. Thank you for illustrating
What's
dial-up
a
noises. Oh, they're upside down.
pyramid?
The black pyramid. It's in the astral plane.
Airplane?
Astral
Don't
plane.
like this.
It's big, white, and empty. Or is it?
I don't
It's
like
a
it.
weird,
It's trying to
crazy
be a
alien
children's
dimension.
show.
The white goes on forever. You can
Yeah,
get
it does
lost
go on
in
forever.
all that white.
I would not suggest getting
and
lost in all
never
that white.
find
It
your
won't end
way
well.
back home.
That's why it won't end well.
I miss my home.
Wait, does everyone who works for the Federal Bureau of Control live in the Federal Bureau of Control? Because, like, if so, avoid modern technology. Synchronicity Research Department. Wasn't this blue? Oh, yeah, you are blue. Whoa! That's why. Uh-oh. Cleanse the merry-go-round horse of object of power.
This place makes me nauseous.
Yeah, it makes me a little unsettled too. Not a big fan. What's going on over here? Nothing? Cool. Do I need equipment? Probably not.
An object of power.
Hmm.
How do you think it got down
It's a
here?
merry-go-round horse. Same way we did, I think.
A carousel horse.
Oh, this unlocks.
Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
Nervous. It's whispering. I thought she was gonna pet its hair for a second. I was like, oh, we're going in that far. Oh, and then there goes the little circular pattern. So to evade. Oh, we have a spot dodge. Horse choo-choo allows you to evade or dash. Use it to escape and prove yourself. Oh, so now we have an air dash. Oh, this is gonna be wild. Oh, it squished me. Oh, this is very cool. Gold enemies are immune. Okay, bye. I'm just gonna run away then. End of level achievement. You and the horse are now bound to be friends for life.
Let's see the hiss keep up with me now.
Okay. Yeah, so now we have an air dash? wild. Now, that is going to be incredibly handy. Into the light. It's like I turned on light mode. Oh. If some enemies dodge your attacks, make sure to use the correct weapon. Well, that was fascinating. I don't think I've still yet unlocked Spin. Can I turn this radio on? Apparently not. Okay, where were we supposed to go? I think toward the door Auntie was opening for us, but I got sidetracked. As one does. Just want to make sure there's no hiding in Stop. Supposed to get health back from these guys? There we go. That's a little better. Okay. Where was I? Oh, that's a clearance level 4 door. We can't go there yet. Is it in here? Well, these are very handy stairs. I didn't mean to go up, but we take those. I guess we should just go back to Auntie now. Oh, hey, that chunk of wood is empty. We'll just bring this along just in case. Thankfully, I turned this on to be a toggle instead of the way it was originally. So this is the janitor's office. Time for a coffee break soon. You love a little tea, to be honest with you. As a note, speaking of tea, hardly recommend you choose a decaf option because if you're going to pick this late in the evening, especially on Tuesday nights, I need to be able to sleep. Oh, it's just a shortcut. Okay.
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
Power.
I mean, nothing good. It's a power plant.
Explosion. Too much.
Yes, power explosion.
Director's duty. Keep the lights on.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously. I love the effect of former director Zach, like the way he looks, it looks like a real actual person. Oh, service elevator. Thank you. But I assume we have to, fix the power plant. And judging by the way Auntie talked about it, it's not going to be a nuclear plant. It's going to be some kind of paranatural guy that's being made to spin a turbine or something, or boil water. An escaped object of power, a reach. Again, we'll read these at the end of the stream. Because I do want to read them, because I'm a known sucker for extra lore. But I don't want to just grind to a halt. Oh, NSC power plant. Are you good?
Hey,
are you nice?
Hey, are you new?
Go
Go talk with Chief Arish in the security booth. He's in charge here.
Oh. Okay. Well, before I do that, I'm gonna go wander around for a second. You know, easily distractible. Can't go this way. It's probably gonna be a shortcut later. Oh hey, a little shelter. That's why the people here, I assume. There was a shelter earlier that attacked us when we tried to step in it. I wonder if we found that earlier when we were looking around for the elevator and getting lost, or whether it was one we didn't still interact with.
It's dangerous
By the
out
way, I
here,
guess we
lady.
need to go talk.
Go see Chief Arish. He's just inside. He'll help you.
Okay. Fine. I was gonna wander
Man,
around a bit
hey!
more. Is
Chief
this
Arish, FBC
Hey,
security.
whoa. Take
Shouldn't
it
you be in a
easy.
safe room?
Yeah, in theory. Give me a second. I'm snooping around for documents. Yeah, we'll talk to you in a second. Calm down. Also, he's the first one that hasn't, like, recognized immediately that we're director. Other than that guard. Usually, like, in the first area, everybody was like, oh no, it's the director.
They all have HRAs.
Hi, I'm the new director. It's
We're on
true,
the
they
same
have
side.
the resonators.
My name is Jesse
Uh-huh.
Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC security. I'm just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director. It's a pleasure, ma'am.
There we
Let's
go.
skip the formalities, please.
Right. Faden, ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but
Yeah.
whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
Well, that's never
NSC?
good.
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing? Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seems to know
yeah.
we'll be a target.
Darling, he's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. Smelled like a
Darling
bar
knows
mat.
more than
He
he's
was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew the hiss was coming.
Listen, I love
Yeah,
playing
that
20
was
questions as much as the
obvious.
next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? Oh, that's catchy. Oh, listen, the radios aren't
Yeah.
working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
I
He sure
assume
has a
the
lot of faith in his
radios are being
boss.
Try to stay alive.
Destructively interfered with by the hiss, on purpose by the hiss, one would presume. Oh, you still have more to say. Well, say more.
When the converters and coolant pumps are working again, we should be able to get this baby back down to a safe temperature. I hope.
That would be good.
What
Yeah,
do you know
talk
about the hiss?
Not much, only what I've seen. Well, they use the same tactics that Marshall and Salvador taught us, which makes me think that the hiss haven't completely erased the people inside, which
Yeah, they have
is a pretty
some
fucking
level of
horrible thought.
access to.
Or they're just using whatever they find in their victims' heads. In any case, they are really eager to get inside the power plant.
Why do you think that is?
Shit, I don't know. They want to make my life harder?
I'm just gonna not hear it.
What do you do here, Arish?
Security chief of the maintenance sector. I make sure all the weird shit down here doesn't bother the maintenance crews. Learned everything I know from Salvador. The best security agent this bureau has ever seen.
And you like your job?
I love it. You know, everyone thinks that maintenance is the lowest rung on the ladder just because we fix pipes instead of writing memos, but I gotta be honest. These are the bravest people in the goddamn building. I'm proud to work with them.
Dealing with
I've done
whatever
a few
weirdness
odd
is in
jobs
the
with these
power
kind of
plant,
folks. They say what they mean. I like
so,
that.
you know. What about the power
What
plant?
exactly is the power plant?
Listen,
It's
I
not
only know what
nuclear.
Salvador
It's not
told me,
nuclear.
but I know it generates all the electricity for the bureau, and it's got two very simple rules. Rule 1, keep it below a certain temperature. Rule 2, don't ever, ever open it. Oh, and 3, it's classified, so I shouldn't ask.
Sounds like
Presumably
secrets
it's
are
an
standard
object of
operating
power
procedure
that,
around here.
Oh, yeah, it's all part of the job.
Oscillates at a set frequency or something. You know, maybe it's an atom clock that's been, you know, I want to keep saying artifacted because of, you know, Warehouse 13, but not.
What do you know
further
about the
in there.
service weapon?
Not much.
Yeah, dude.
Thing is director
Service
only.
weapon?
Salvador told me by the time he saw
Yeah.
Trench use it. Sounds like that gun can do some serious damage.
I mean,
Yeah, I did see pictures of it
has
once,
done
though,
some
and
serious damage already.
it looks different to that thing you're carrying. You modded or something?
I'm
It's
sure
new.
Director Trench had it
Is
all.
new a
out.
good thing?
Given the circumstances, I'd say new was our best bet.
Presumably, Trench had all the modifications that we're going to work for.
Do you know this Ati guy?
Of course. He's my favorite coffee break buddy. Dude has got some crazy stories. He probably knows more than anyone else around here, if you can make sense of what he's saying.
Any idea where he's from?
I'm guessing Sweden.
He's from where he's from. Look, there are just some stones that are better left unturned, you know?
I should be going.
Right. You got a lockdown to lift.
What's your read on this?
Energy conversion's well below
Wait. People have things to say. No, I missed dialogue. Sad face. Well, let's claim our fast travel point real quick. Obviously. Readjust the dishes so they do what we need them to. Oh, we have new abilities to unlock. I'm very tempted to just get more health. You know, we tend to yeet a lot. Actually, energy. Energy would be nice because I tend to accidentally activate energy. There are more options available too, which kind of makes me hesitate. But let's snag more energy. That'll be useful at a baseline level. And then we'll just wait for more. Any more fun astral constructs? Construct Spin. Spin is a generous magazine and high rate of fire, best used in controlled bursts. So these are different forms for the service weapon. Like there's a revolver type, a shotgun type, and just upgrade it generally. I feel like I don't want to get Shatter yet because I feel like I don't run into groups of enemies a lot. I feel like I'm enjoying it as a pistol as is. So let's go handle the coolant pumps and the energy conversion, I suppose. Looks ominous in here. That's all I can really divine right now. Oh, wait. There was a button prompt, wasn't there? No, that was a reflection of some water. And that's the control point, so we walked in a big circle. Okay, let's go over here first. And coolant pumps, that's what we were looking for. Oh, they explode. Oh, stop exploding. Cease immediately. Do not come any closer to the exploding? Is everybody done exploding? Hopefully. Oh, I'm not seeing any enemies in groups. Before the game literally throws a group of enemies at me that the shotgun would have been perfect for. Hilarious. Perfect comedic time. Thank you, video game. Progress has been made. It now shows my account up to Prime. Shower time. Well, enjoy your shower, Raider. I appreciate the effort in applying Prime to your... Oh,
Power cut.
that's not good.
Replace the parts.
Oh, yeah, I agree, Ati. We do need to replace the parts. Can I just eat this at the store? No. Okay. Well, while you're hanging out there, I'll just do that. Maybe you guys will come unlock the door for me. No? Good talk. You're just hanging out down there, aren't you? Well, you have fun down there. I'm gonna wander around and look for a door. Is this a locked door? Yes. There are guys down there. They were Also, this game has absolutely fantastic, like, scoring and ambience, by the way. I wanted to call that out specifically. This is really, really good. It really makes me wish my headphones had stereo. I'm
It should
over
be
here.
some real action.
Yeah, don't get too excited. You will prefer it to have been quiet down here when you get some real action, I promise. Oh, television. Oh, that one's just on for light, I guess. I thought that was gonna be lore. Look at the energy converters. Central maintenance, that might... We take the... Oh, no. We good. I go in here then. Oh.
We need to fix this
that's
thing
awesome.
ASAP.
I agree, Jesse. Supposed to cleanse the control point at some people, but I'm glad it worked anyway without the, you know, resonance amplification issue. Well, that looks less than favorable. We're taking damage. Maybe I can't just scroll in. Whatever kind of horrifying isn't doing our brain any favors, so we won't go in there, I guess. Whatever that is.
It's fried up. You need to fix it before the old Vic inside the plant has a shit fit.
Ah, the energy converters. Good. That's where everything would be. Also, thank you for the commentary. Also, maybe a smidge more gruesome and shocking. shocked that they can have any computer components down here. But who knows? Maybe some computers are still old enough. Good luck, buddy. Oh, ho, ho. Hurt. Rocket from downtown there. Really hit me. Oh, there he is. Stop. You up there. Yeah, you. Stop shooting. Quite done. No, you're not. I'm gonna throw some more. That didn't work. We're gonna need to go up there to get. Oh, I can't go that way. That's inconvenient. Hey. But I don't get to shoot at you, huh? Where you at there? Oh, what's this? Well, it looks important. We'll get to it. Good, there was some help lying around. Oh, hey, there you are. I was wondering where you wandered off. Maybe stop for a minute. Get that. Oh, I missed. Rip that wall, I guess. Let's keep going. I still don't know how to open that door, but this was confusingly a target. Maybe it's something behind it that's a target. Ooh, it's behind it. Well, there's some hiss whispering. Well, that seemed like a yes. You should jump out. Let's see. Is that the shielded one I already nailed there? Either way. In here. The items. Items and stuff. Things. Spin grouping. I assume that's like a, if you have spin mode active, it's about, like, the efficiency of the grouping of your shots when you're taking quick shots with the revolver mode. I mean, that's what is this? Do I shoot it? No. Where else can I go? There's a red door here. Can't go that way. And we can't go this way. We've already gone this way. So where is the thing? Maybe there was another way in the coolant pump? The coolant pumps that we walked by? Something we could have jumped over that we didn't? Could be, could be. Yeah, because I just like looked at this door being in the way and I was like, well, that's clear. Maybe we need to go back to the coolant pumps now? Also, should I free these guys? It's really unclear. In lore, I'm like, oh man, should I let these people out? Like, free them from their spin chanting? Oh, I actually fell far enough to do fall damage. Unfortunate. Okay. Wasn't there a fast travel point here somewhere? Ah, here we go. Fast travel to the ventilation. Fast travel here instead, maybe? How much time we have? We got about 5 minutes left, that's fine. Okay, let's go back to the coolant pumps. Because I feel like I missed a way to go forward with the coolant pumps. Also, I wonder if these health pips are next. Don't do that. Learned your lesson. There's still more, so I haven't learned the lesson. What the explode? Oh. Wait, what? Where did they go? Y'all saw them disappear just now, didn't you? Concern. Anyway. I mean, we can't go this way, obviously. What if, and hear me out, there is another way in coolant? I mean, there's this door here, but that was just a side door, wasn't it? Wait. What if we lure one of the explodey guys over here? Because, you know, they respawn. So what if I run over here and then come back and lure one of the explodey guys to the wall? Maybe. Let's try that. Maybe we go to another fast travel point real quick. Hunt down his clusters to eliminate their healing abilities, allowing you to defeat enemies faster. So we're over here. Down here? Oh, we're down here. Okay, yeah, we need to go to the energy converters. Also noted that the melee can hit multiple people. So this is obviously blocked off. We can't go that way. Let's see. Did we get it past this door? So this is... Yeah, we'll get back to the coolant chamber real quick here in a bit. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any objectives here. Feels like I didn't complete the objective here either. You know? Door there. This door is red. We can't get the control room yet. Already looked in here. We've already looked at all 3 levels of this, right? We can't interact with these yet. I assume we get to interact with them at some point. I thought I was going to be stuck there. I will not lie to you. This might actually be a good leaving off point. Just kind of figured, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Tell you what, we will read all of our little lore chunks that we found, and maybe call it an evening there, because I do not particularly know what to do other than maybe guiding the explosive lads. You know what? Let's try guiding the explosive lads. Let's go to the power plant and see if we can talk the little explosive grenade guys into following us instead of immediately exploding. So let's run at the coolant pumps. Right, and then there might be guys that spawn? Question mark? So, oh. Maybe not. But door opened. No
Replace the parts.
Replace parts. Are there any... Whatever this is. There's that's broken, right? So where would the parts for that be? Oh, no, that's a wheel. The wheel? To pull it off of the... Huh. Well, that maybe is an environmental reaction I'm not thinking. Huh. Well, that's weird. Gas barrel? Yeah, so I clearly need to apply something to this panel, but we don't know what to do with the panels at all, do we? I mean, I don't see anything I don't see a way for us to interact with the panels yet, because if we could, we would also be able to interact with the other one. Also, I'm glad there's photo mode in this game. Oh, we've got a bunch of personal mods now. Dodge efficiency. I've been forgetting we have dodge. I was immediately like, oh, dodge. And then we didn't get to use dodge. Tell you what, I'm gonna be right back real quick. Just super quickly. Nobody explode. I will be right back. Me and my big brain forget to hit the BRB button. Thank you, Gariki, for pointing that out to the chat. Really appreciate it. Speaking of, let's shout out Gariki real quick. He is mod extraordinary. He is a mod in a most extraordinary sense. Moderates a lot of the codex, folks. And does very, very well at it while he's at it. Let's jump back to the layout here. let's see once if we can. Well, honestly, I think we're gonna call this a stopping point as far as approaching. As far as approaching the main story, but we've got a bunch of side story stuff that we've picked up that we're gonna approach. Ooh, I have weapon mods that I can apply now. We don't have shatter or spin yet. We could make reload efficiency better. We could make it more accurate. I think reload efficiency seems like a really good idea. A lot of mods for the other versions of the gun. Let's immediately equip reload efficiency, because I feel like I'm constantly out of ammo. New types of conceptual materials, some new side missions. Investigate the training course. Fascinating. Burn the trash around the furnace. Noted. We will fuss with those next week. Let's see what the research and records. So, the Hiss-charged agents are examples of extreme physical deformation resulting from Hiss corruption. The Hiss-charged display an unthinking fixation on any non-corrupted individuals in the area. Once within a specific proximity, they erupt into a burst of focused Hiss resonance so dense it acts as a physical force. That's a lot of resonance, then. The Hiss-charged is depleted of Hiss corruption after this eruption, and the host is left lifeless. This behavior may be an adaptive response to the HRAs. The Hiss-charged are designed to blow the devices off potential hosts, exposing them to the resonance. Is the Hiss capable of customizing a corrupted host's altered ability to this degree? Why is the physiology of the Hiss-charged so dramatically different from the host's original form? Lots of questions with no answers. Compiled by Emily, refer to a redacted file. By order of us, Director Jesse Faden. Initial impressions of what? Initial impressions of the Hiss threat, apparently. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices Dr. Darling's been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by the corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate she's already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other Hiss that I've dismissed the theory. My final observation comes from Ms. Faden herself. She's able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the Hiss. More work is clearly to be done here. There's a hotline security log. Oh, not just the director, but also the custodians in the area have been accessing the hotline. Fascinating. So maybe Ati is not the only janitor that's, working on a higher level than one would expect. Home safe tests. Utilization of paranatural elements. Munitions testing on OOP-22, aka home safe. The safe object of power can produce a barrier using objects or material from its immediate vicinity. See OOP-22 case file for more details. Bureau Rangers were given permission to employ heavy weaponry against a para-utilitarian bound to this object in order to gauge the barrier's durability. Redacted and redacted velocity ammunition were tested with redacted results. Testing will continue after redacted. The safe object of power is clearly a viable candidate for use in combat response scenarios. Allowing para-utilitarians to participate in altered engagements would be an advantage worth considering. Refer to referenced file for a full report. I was super worried you wouldn't still be live. No, we've got these collectibles to read. Don't you worry, man. Examination of paranatural topics, objects of power and their para-utility. Objects of power are unique in their capacity to grant certain individuals paranatural abilities. We call these individuals para-utilitarians. The potency of these abilities depends on the para-utilitarian. Using the redacted object of power as an example, some para-utilitarians can achieve a throw distance of 5 feet, I'm assuming, while others are only capable of as little as 1 foot, presumably. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.15 for more information. What exactly determines an individual's paranatural competence is unknown, but it's largely believed that some redacted exists within the body, and like all muscles, it can be exercised. To continue my analysis, I have officially requested access to the Northmore records, considering he is one of the most accomplished para-utilitarians the Bureau's ever seen. Dr. Darling is still considering this request. Refer to linked file for report. Case files. The hotline. Containment procedure. Ooh, containment procedure. We're getting real, SCP. Objects should be inaccessible for use except to the director. So some of the janitors have had access, though. Description and para-utility. Object is a 1960s era red bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs redacted. The object allows the director to communicate with the board. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal redacted. See Dr. Darling Presentation 11.6 for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including redacted and redacted, but its origin remains unknown. Tell us about the merry-go-round horse. Object should be kept in a confined space when unbound. A fiberglass horse once used as a seat for a merry-go-round ride. The pole is still connected to the object. The object is capable of moving short distances at high speeds. This can be quite dangerous when redacted its path. The object is currently bound by redacted. The object was discovered at the site of an abandoned amusement park. Local redacted reported that rides would move on their own, they would be chased out. When these rumors reached the Bureau, see America Overnight episode 235, agents were dispatched to investigate. 3 local redacted were found dead at the scene. The object attacked Agent Redacted by redacted. Agents invoked Formula C5 to redact the object long enough to redact it. A supplement to the Butte summary. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See file MOT01. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside its room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and many pathways besides. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, redacted light cords have been found in the oldest house located in redacted and redacted sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is redacted, but initial hypotheses center on the Butte Altered World event as a redacted. See Dr. Darling Presentation 24.3 for more details. Correspondences. Arish, an object of power, escaped the Panopticon a couple weeks ago, and they want everyone to keep an eye out for it. If anyone sees a merry-go-round horse zipping around the sector, alert me immediately. Don't try to contain it on your own, and definitely don't bind it. Security Chief Simon Arish. Security matters. Hey Simon, I got your message. Yeah, if someone in the sector is asking about Ashi, just tell him you'll handle it and leave it at that. Under no circumstances should any personnel intervene with his day-to-day routine. I told you everything I know about him, so you could better deal with his odd habits, but yes, it's still very much a classified matter. Also, I saw your report about the quarry worker who wandered into the Foundation. Detaining him was the right move. We'll figure out what he saw before we decide on next steps. Cheers, Lynn. P.S. In case you hadn't noticed, something's up in between Trench and Darling. No, this isn't your strong suit, but try your best to stay out of it. Marshall. AWE investigations. For Marshall's eyes only. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this, and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team's getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real thing. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Special Agent Keenum. Trench in regards to Bureau funding. To all executive staff, I know there's some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the U.S. Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Ooh, multimedia.
Ring,
oh,
ring.
It's about the hotline.
It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered, and the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
Dun, dun, dun. We're probably going to get very familiar with those three notes.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been a...
Oh, yeah. We already heard that. And we already watched the mildly unsettling bit of Threshold Kids there. What from the hotline do we have? Oh.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, and meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me.
I promise it's not as hard as
I couldn't manage it in my
Raider has had
own
it.
house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed
sure.
inside an endless labyrinth.
I was literally about to say
Hear
it.
our
Labyrinth.
screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that.
Fair enough.
He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been
Suspiciously wrong,
compromised?
you say? Okay. Tell us about the hotline.
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing.
Oh, of course
ringing
you
so
hear it
loud I
ringing in
can't
your
hear the
dreams.
voice
It's
I'm
the astral
straining
plane.
to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear
sure
their
they would.
answers? Would they have warned
I
me
would
of
if I
this
were you.
threat? I didn't see it coming.
Probably.
The traitor in our midst. A
Oh, so there
conspiracy
is a
plotted
traitor, a
right
mole
behind
with a
me.
hiss.
I can't trust anyone. I must
Darling,
assume
see the
all my
pattern.
intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I
Even the
can trust.
Oh,
Bind it,
not in
control
your
it.
hotline.
The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek
But are you
guidance.
sure?
Soon. I'll rest
It
first.
acts on-
I'm so tired. Always
It acts on
tired
multiple
now.
planes.
But I must
I'm
reach
sure
the
the
hotline.
hotline doesn't let you sleep
I think
correctly.
I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion.
Oh, yeah.
It's a rain cloud making me forget. The hotline.
Makes sense.
I must reach the hotline.
My immediate thought is the hotline does not do what we think it does. The hotline is in contact with other planes of existence. Oh, Raz, thank you for the hydrate. Appreciate it. Hardly recommend everyone else sipping. Raider, your account is linked, but now you have to figure out how to use the sub. Yeah, you should be able to click, and there's a little checkbox on desktop, and it's an option that comes up when you click subscribe on mobile. It's like use your Prime sub or something. I promise everyone it's not quite so fiddly as it seems to be. Tell me about the management team.
A director needs a team. My management team.
We already heard this one.
These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better.
Yeah, we heard the one about the management team. Did we hear the one about Northmore?
Northmore was director before me. I never wanted his job. I never wanted power.
No, I'm sure you didn't.
I purposefully avoided it. Didn't trust it. Didn't want to rely on it. Northmore was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order.
What a description.
For more. Until it was too much. I had to find a solution
chaos,
in the end.
As they say.
Contain the situation. Northmore never liked me, but he went along with it, to his credit. He didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on.
Ah, yeah, we heard that earlier, keeping the lights on.
There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off.
I'm in mobile, but I don't see any options to use my Prime sub.
I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
Maybe because he wasn't a Prime candidate, he couldn't hold the gun as long as several others. Tell me about the motel. Have we already heard about the motel? We'll see.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country.
So he was a field agent.
Field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and
they do have that
not the same. Anywhere and nowhere.
No idea.
The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord keeps out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there.
Travel the
even the
astral
board.
plane correctly.
Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
Drink responsibly, everyone. The coming storm.
Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroy me.
I mean, it almost did destroy the Bureau.
Turning
It did
this place
destroy you,
against me.
sorry.
I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive.
Fascinating.
It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell.
It is hard
I need
to tell.
answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone.
Close Twitch radar.
There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
It looked like the gun had control of you at the end. Let's learn a little bit more about our board countermeasures here. Oh, this is the board itself speaking. We are at war or avoiding a hostile takeover. This is the opposing force in foreign power. We will provide countermeasures and strategy, accept or ingest them, and control points. These countermeasures or missions will benefit you. We will give resources and rewards for each completed countermeasure. Noted. Tell me more. This one's about the directorship. You might have heard this one. You are the director now. We expect independence and dependence. You are the authority or chosen one. The Bureau and game needs you. Wonder if that's game as in war as a game, or game in the fourth wall sense. Either way, yeah, Raider, try cycling your Twitch app. You know, close it out, like, get out of the app and swipe it up and then open it again. That might help. In the meanwhile, we will real quick see if we can find a way to... Because we need to... I mean, the janitor said find parts for this. Maybe we need to go get one from over there and ferry it here. Who knows? I hear the whispers of this. Let's see what's interact with the switches over there. Because there were those same sort of switch modules occurring over here. So if we go get one. Wait, what about the radioactive room? What if we carry one of those big explosive lab? I walked in a circle. I'm good at video game. Hang on, let's go to a control point and then walk back up here. Might work a little better. Still nothing. Fingers crossed it pulls itself out for you. Agnes, you need me to jostle the food for you? Yeah, you do. I kind of clogged itself up, didn't you? Now try. Okay, let's use our little control point here. And we'll fast travel to the energy. Well, we'll fast travel to... No, ventilation isn't where we needed to go. We needed to go to the other one. Energy converters. Oh, mods with unique names can only be used once. So let's try grabbing one of these.
I don't like that sound.
I don't either. I'm concerned. Okay, so that wasn't it. Wait a minute. That. Look at this. That box is in front of the other room. Like, see how that box is attached? I'm gonna zoom in here. That box is attached here, but it's not attached there. Is there a way for me to attach it in the another room. Maybe we need to go talk to what's his name? Yeah, I don't super love the, you know, nuclear warning alarms that are going off here. Genuinely very unsettling. It's like, I'm like, oh! It's looking good, but it's gonna take a minute to go through the verification. Ooh. Yeah, if your Twitch account wasn't, like, verified at a certain level, that might be it. Okay, so see this box here? This box seems like it should go there. There we go. Okay, we can crouch behind this. No, you don't just shoot me like you are. That's me. I own it. Ooh, I'm up against the wall. Very bad with our explosive enemies. Whoa. Quiet light. Not like that. I guess we'll do with the teleportation. Do that. Thanks. Grab that. Stabilize this thing here. How much time? I got. I'm overtime. I'm enjoying this game, to be fair. Ooh, this is a big boy control point. The room is reshaping itself. I guess we've hit enough points along the ley line to stabilize the energy in some shape or form. Ooh, did you see how long it took her to stand up? Like, ooh. Must have taken a lot out of her. Oh, now we can get to the coolant pumps. Maybe. Yeah, I'll keep going. Oh. Oh, that's
Just hold
not
together
good.
a little longer.
Yeah, we don't have a lot longer. I don't have a lot longer in real life here. I need to be asleep sooner rather than later. Huh. How do we get up there? The coolant pumps. Here we are.
Bro, go to ship. Fix it fast.
Yeah.
If the plant goes boom, we can throw the spoon in the coal.
Ah, so the door was the TV. Then why didn't that work earlier? Did I do that earlier? Oh, shoot. I specifically threw that at the door first and it didn't work. Maybe I, like, in character needed to see that? so that's the first coolant pump, and up there was the second coolant pump. So oh, it's right over here. Yeah. Shoot. Oh, maybe it was because I was in combat. You know?
Shit.
Because I had shot the guys through the...
My old enemy, the Glock, is blocking the pipes. You need to deal with that shit. He is very clever. He's trying to sneak in. We got him caught with his hand in the fish trap.
Oh. Angry little grub lad, aren't you? Let's throw a little rock at you. Oh, I am dead. Huh. So does it... You lose 10% of your source every time you die. Okay. Noted. So I lose more if I don't spend it. It's not like, oh, I need to hold on to all of this. I thought it was a set amount. No, I should spend it because then I lose less when I die. So... Oh, I have to do the whole... Do I have to do the whole coolant pump spiel? No, I only have to do the last. Fix the clog.
We need to fix this thing ASAP.
According to lore. I agree, Jesse. We do. Thankfully, the IS is not trying to send any more lovely little emissaries my way. We just need to fix the clog. See, because that one stayed fixed. You know what's funny? This building does have a reputation for showing you things only the exact moment you need them. And I sure have access. What if I stand back here instead? Will Gunk not be able to get me? Yes! Noted. Ooh. Or maybe that's just time.
What the hell is that? Oh, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
It is gross, I agree with you. I just don't want to stand next to it in case it gets me with the gunkus. I don't want to get hit with Funk's gunk, you know? Oh. Looks alive. Oh. That's startling. This is venting very angry. Flashbacks to handling this in Breath of the Wild here. Hit the obvious weak point eyeballs. I'm sure speedrunners love how slow that gun moves. Some fun news, you're somehow locked out of Twitch for the next 24 hours. No worries. If you're gonna wait, since you have to wait to sub, definitely wait until Friday. Would probably be for the best. Because that's the next time I stream. That's when I have paper cuts. We've got a special surprise in order for paper cuts. We may even have multiple special surprises in order for paper cuts, depending on how on top of my game I am. But for sure, we have at least one special surprise planned for paper cuts on Friday. I really appreciate the effort, Raider. Like I said, more broadly, everyone else, do not let this put you off of Prime subbing. It is usually not this inconvenient. I'm very surprised that Raider had this much time.
This place is gonna come down.
Yeah, well, it's not good.
There go the pipes.
This.
Nothing more satisfying.
There we go. Okay. I need to get back to a control point and call it an evening because I am almost an hour over my traditional stream time, which not the best for my what do you mean I can't go that way? What am I gonna do now? if all the founder badges will be gone. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, Raider. Alright, I need to call that a night. We have solved the coolant, and now we're at another boss, and just like last time... oh! Well, we could just go do the energy converters. But... we've solved another mystery. We will... Is the game auto-saved? Okay. We're gonna call it an evening there. I really, really like this game. It was not... I want to buy pig. They make crispy bacon. Hardy har. Very funny. Alright. You can tell I liked this game because I have been needing to call it a night for the past 43 minutes. And I haven't been. Anyway, that was Control for our night here. So good. Such a great game. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it quite a bit. This has been our first affiliate stream. Isn't that wild? 2 whole subscriptions coming in. Very, very, very hearty thanks to Gariki and Raz. Welcome to the inner circle, as it were. And Raider, I really appreciate all the work you were You were so close. You were trying. You almost had it. We'll catch you on Friday. And we'll catch everybody else too on Friday for Paper Cuts, where we'll have a special surprise. And like I said, maybe multiple special surprises. Fingers crossed. But either way, this is such a great game. Have a great week. Have a great week, everybody. I'll see you on Friday.